Well, you heard it from Simphiwe as well. Thousands of people are expected to attend the memorial service for IFP founder and President Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi at Ulundi in northern KwaZulu-Natal today. The service will be led by the IFP. The memorial will be followed on Saturday by his special funeral category 1 that has been, of course, declared by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Well, let's bring in our SABC News reporter in Ulundi, Simphiwe Makhanya, for more. Simphiwe, a good morning to you. I imagine that the numbers already starting to gather where the memorial service is expected to take place. Talk to us about what we're seeing right now.
Indeed, Naledi, as I speak to you, we've seen a number of people making their way into the venue of this memorial service, which will be held for the late IFP founder and President Emeritus Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who passed away on Saturday, having been, a leader of the Inkatha Freedom Party since it was formed in 1975, and ultimately, handing over the reins to the current IFP President Cyril in 2019. Now, lady, as I take you through the journey and what we're expecting to happen today, I'm going to ask my colleague Raymond Mbele to walk with me as we try and give our viewers a sense of the current state of readiness for the memorial service, which, by the way, was expected to start at around 9 o'clock. But of course, there were logistical challenges here and there, so there are going to be quite a few delays with regards to the commencement of that particular memorial service. But what I can tell you, though, Naledi, is that we've seen quite a number of members of parliament as well who have been, part and parcel of the journey of the IFP founder, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Him, of course, being the longest serving member of parliament in South Africa. Those members have already started arriving here at the venue of the memorial service, and we will later on have an opportunity to interact with them to hear what their voices are, what their views are about what legacy exactly does Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi leave behind. Of course, a lot has been said about that particular legacy, Naledi, with the many people expressing different views in terms of what exactly is his legacy. You find those, of course, who say he was a hero to them, and of course you find those on the other side of the coin who say perhaps he was not a hero to many. But of course, today we are expecting to hear from the reflections of various people who are going to be in attendance here as to what exactly, does Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi leave behind in terms of his legacy. Yesterday, we had from the Deputy President of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, who visited the Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who basically described him as a man who was committed to seeing justice and a hard-working man, and also a man who was always putting the interest of the people of South Africa first. And of course, he was not alone. We also heard from the Deputy President of the Economic Freedom Fighters, that's Deputy President Floyd Shibambu, who also, paid tribute to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, describing him, of course, as a selfless and a hard-working politician, saying that even the current leaders should basically learn from the experiences of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, and challenging, of course, the Inkatha Freedom Party to ensure that his legacy, is carried forward by the leaders who are currently in charge of this political party, which he formed in 1975. And of course, Naledi, we are not only going to be hearing from politicians today, we are also going to be hearing from ordinary South Africans with regards to what lessons have they learned from the life of the late IFP founder, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, and what exactly do they think his legacy is when they look at the life that he has lived. When there was a visit by the former Nigerian President Obasanjo here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal a few months ago for the annual Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi lecture, former President Obasanjo described him, that's the later IFP founder Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, as a man who has lived a number of lives within one life, basically saying that he has done a lot for the people of South Africa and has done a lot for the people of KwaZulu-Natal. But of course, we are going to be stationed here, Naledi, throughout the morning, throughout the day, to hear exactly what sort of messaging comes from the people who are going to be in attendance today. I can certainly tell you that we are also expecting thousands of Amabuto to be converging here as well. We hear that many of those are already on their way to this particular venue where we are, and also we will be having an opportunity to interact with them, to hear also their views with regards to the role that Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi played, not only in ensuring that there is unity within the AmaZulu royal family, but also ensuring that the cultures are basically preserved from all walks of life. And I'm going to step out of the shot a little while and ask my colleague Raymond Mbele to give our viewers a sense of what is currently happening. As you can see, preparations are well underway now. We've seen quite a few people making their way inside the marquee where that memorial service is going to be taking place. And of course, as you said, Naledi, that in your introduction there, that the funeral will be held on Saturday after President Cyril Ramaphosa basically declared his funeral as a special official funeral category 1, something that was basically appreciated by the Buthelezi family, who said that they feel honored that the President of the Republic of South Africa saw it fit to accord former IFP founder and President Emeritus Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi such a dignified send-off. At the moment, the official program has not commenced. It was expected to start at around 9 o'clock. There are a bit delays in terms of those who are coming from across the province, transport, logistics. But what we can tell you is that the official program is going to be commencing any minute from now. Naledi.